Good morning, AJ Simmons here, and every now and then I gotta do this. I gotta talk to the man or the woman who needs to hear it like this. Get off your ass and go get it. Nobody owes you anything. I have to do this, right? Because for whatever reason, we still got people out here who seem to think that just because somebody is their sister, just because somebody is their brother, just because somebody is their mother, just because somebody is their dad, aunt, uncle, cousin, whatever the relationship may be, they seem to think that they're entitled to that person's help. Nobody has to help you do anything in life. Nobody owes you anything. Anything, period. So, if you get homeless, if you get put out of your apartment, and you go knock on your sister's door and you ask her, can you live with her, and she tells you no, you can't be mad just because she's your sister. She doesn't owe you that. It's not her responsibility to provide you a place to stay, and neither is it your parents' responsibility. You have to take ownership in your own life, alright? It's up to you to figure out which direction life is going to go in. It's up to you to control it and take over. And if you don't, then it's going to take over you. You have to make conscious decisions about who you're going to surround yourself with in your life. Otherwise, you're going to just end up blowing in the wind and conforming to mediocrity, the mediocrity of the masses. It's just that simple. If you really want to be successful, if you really want to be great, then you can't. If you put it this way, if you catch yourself talking about the most popular talk show or the most popular reality show or the most popular sports game that was just on yesterday, chances are you're probably not one of the minority. And when I say one of the minority, I'm talking about the wealthy, because wealthy people are minorities. The broke people are the masses. They're the majority. Alright? So if you really want to be great, you want to be that select small few, and you got to do things that are different from everybody else. You can't be part of the conversation. You know what I mean? Like, I still watch sports myself, but it's very rare that I'm catching the game when it's live. I might have to DVR it. I might have to catch it on Cody. I might have to catch it, you know what I mean? I might not catch it at all. I might have to go look at the highlights if I want to see it that bad. I might look at the Bleacher Report app or something and just look at the stats and say I ain't gonna catch this one, because I'm too busy building my dream. I'm too busy building my business. Whether I'm out cleaning, whether I'm on the computer building in the back office of my website, whether I'm trying to learn something on how to market online with my website, or how to market online for my janitorial company, you know, whatever the case may be. I could be building a PowerPoint presentation for my employees to help train them better. You know what I mean? I could be taking some courses to become a better manager. So many other things that you could be doing to be more effective with your time. When I first started my business, I didn't even sell it. I gave away my PlayStation because I knew that I didn't have time for it. If I wanted to do what I was trying to do, I didn't have time for it. So I gave it to my nephew. And that's the type of stuff that you're going to have to do if you're very serious about starting your business. Now, after maybe, I think, 2 years, it took me over 2 years of being in business and finally making money when I finally said, all right, fine, I can go buy me another PlayStation now. And by the way, I didn't buy the newest one either. I got a PlayStation 3. You know what I mean? I bought NBA 2K up there, and I play it on that older version because I'm not about to spend top dollar on something so frivolous when I still haven't quote unquote made it to my standards. You know what I mean? And so guess what? What happens when I play the game? I have to listen to an audiobook. That's a requirement for me. I can't just sit there and go completely brain dead, staring into make-believe world on 2K and think that I'm just going to get away from life. No. If I'm going to sit there and play that game, then I got to be doing something constructive. So if I'm playing the game, I'm listening to an audiobook, or I'm listening to some type of motivational videos or inspirational videos, or something that's teaching me something. I might be listening to a webinar on how to build a website, how to sell products online. I might be listening to something for my courses, my classes, because I'm in school. And I might just be listening to something to study the subject that I'm studying in school. But whatever the case may be, you need to be doing something constructive and controlling your time. Otherwise, you're going to fall to mediocrity just like the masses always do. Alright? Nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to do this shit for you. You got to do it yourself. You want something in life, go get it. I don't know no other way to explain it to you. And there's so many more things than just material things. Like me, for example, I feel like it's certain parts of capitalism and free market society that are wrong. But I know that me sitting here complaining and whining about it won't do a whole lot. And then I can go down to the capital of my state and protest or try to email the senators and all of that all day long. But really the truth of the matter is, if you really want to make some changes, if you really want to influence politicians or either become influential yourself, then first of all, you're going to need some money. You're going to need some type of resources, because number one, you got to get to the people, or number two, how else do you, like, what do you think lobbyists do? You know what I mean? You pay these politicians to put certain policies in place. So what I realize is, you know what? It's a lot of things that I want to do in this world, but in order for me to do them, I'm going to have to get money up. I just got to get my bread up first. I got to stack. I can't. Nobody's listening to the broke guy. You know what I mean? And just to veer off for a minute, people talk about the black vote and black people were talking about. I know Diddy's mentioned earlier recently in the news that he was saying how black people should hold their vote until a politician actually dedicates something towards black people. And see, the reason why politicians don't really focus on black people is because most black people don't have any wealth. We don't control anything. And so everything is about it. It's not just, so when I'm talking about building yourself up and all of that, I'm not just talking about material things. If you want to do something in life, then you're going to need some money and you're going to need some influence. And you're going to need some power. But all of that comes from, you got to stack that bread up first. If you come from nothing like I come from nothing, majority of us do. We were born into nothing. Want no silver spoon in our mouth. We didn't have money, just stacks and stacks and stacks in the bank waiting for us to go get a degree. You know what I mean? So we were born basically into a nothing situation. But just because you was born into that wasn't your fault. But if you die the same way, then that is your fault. You had a whole life. You know what I mean? You had a whole life, unless you died as a child or something, but you didn't, because you're listening to this video right now. You know what I mean? You had your whole life to figure it out. How the fuck you die broke if you was born broke? How the fuck do you pull that off? How you not wake up every day and not be pissed off about your situation, or not be motivated and excited to change it? You know what I mean? Like, if you really want something that bad, then go get up and do it, period. You say you gonna write a book, do it. Do that shit. Stop fucking talking and go do it. I mean, you gonna start a business with, do it. You know what it takes to go do it. And see, a lot of people, they don't like to do the planning part. Sometimes you gotta write down what you're gonna do. But see, a lot of us, we procrastinate. Procrastinate is a big thing that holds us back. And you procrastinate because you don't know what to do or where to go. So you just kind of sit there because it's so overwhelming. Well, first off, what you need to do is write. Go get a simple pen and a simple notebook and just start writing. Freestyle it. You don't need to Google a template. You don't need none of that. Just write down the things that come to your mind first. Starting with first. Alright, first I'm gonna do this and this and that. Then I'm gonna go this and this and that. And just write, and then as you get to writing, everything will start to formulate itself out. You start to realize, alright, well, before I do that, actually I need to do this. And then you can reorder it, you can structure it, or you can leave it sloppy and however you want to do. But either way, you need to see something. You need to get those ideas flowing. Once you put that draft down, then you can start taking steps to make that draft into an actual template or to an actual physical manifestation. You know what I mean? But you got to take the steps. You got to do something. Nobody owes you anything. Your family members don't owe you anything. I'm telling you that. I just want to stress that because I see so many people thinking that somebody owed them something just because, we boys, we grew up same hood since day one, blah. Or that's my girl, yeah, that's my bitch, she my rider. She'll never. No, I don't give a fuck who it is. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody's obligated to help you with anything. And there's a good chance that they're not going to help you with anything. And that's how you need to carry it. I'm not telling you to be selfish, and I'm not telling you that nobody's capable of being depended on. But if you carry it that way, then you will never have no problems in life, and you will always get to where you want to go in life. Point blank, period. I seen a meme on Instagram that said, pray as if it's up to God, and then work as if it's up to you. I think that's perfect. I really think that's perfect. Y'all know I'm not religious, but I still do believe in prayer. And I think that is perfect. I believe in visualization. So if you visualize on that, you know what I mean? You want to use your law of attraction studies and all that. But at the end of the day, once you finish doing all that, then you got to go out and go get it. You got to put that work in and get them priorities straight. You know what I mean? You going to have to put that game controller down and focus on getting that thing on that to-do list done. Getting that first step in that business done. Recording that first video for your YouTube channel. Whatever the hell you're trying to do that you've been stalling on, go get up and go do it. Alright? If you need an apartment and you stand in somebody else's crib, get your ass up, go hop on Craigslist and see if you can find a special. See if you can find somebody that'll work with you. Carry your ass to the temp service if you need some income. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong. See, I'm gonna tell you about jobs too, because you might hear me sometime bashing jobs and you hear other people bash jobs. Here's what my thing about jobs is this. Ain't nothing wrong with a job as long as it's temporary. You do what you gotta do. Go get the job if you got to. Let it pay you, and you write down your plan for how long you plan, how many checks you need, save up, do what you gotta do, flip it, however you got it. I ain't talking about illegally, but flip it, do whatever the hell you gotta do with it, and then go make it happen. And then get out that job if it's miserable to you. And then if you don't mind the job, then keep the job and get your side hustle on and all of that. Build your business, do what you gotta do. But we gotta make this thing work. Stop thinking that people gonna help you. Ain't nobody helping you do nothing, alright? Get up, and go do something. I feel like I'm the dude on the Everest commercial right now. You know what I mean? But you gotta hear this though. Somebody gotta tell you this, because we born in such a culture where we think that somebody owes us something or somebody's obligated to help us. Nobody's obligated to help you, and you've been doing. And see, I'm gonna tell you, when I started making all of the progress in my life was when I started separating from my childhood friends. And that's no offense to them. It's just that things get done better when you separate. Like if you go looking for a job, if you went looking for a job, right, and you went with a group of people and all y'all went door to door together, your chances are decreased by that much more or something, because now you got all of those other people applying for the job with you. Versus if you just went by yourself, then you only competing against the other people who you don't know who might have applied, and it might not be anybody. But if you bringing 5 niggas with you every time you come, excuse my language there, you bringing 5 people with you every time you come, how the hell you think you fucking up your chances to even get the job? Because you just decrease the odds that much more by bringing them extra 5 people with you. You know what I mean? So hopefully you get where I'm going with this. I drove home a lot of different points on this, but my point is this: you want something in life, go get it. Nobody owed you anything. Get your priorities in order. Alright? AJ Simmons, thank y'all for waking up with me this morning. It's that real talk, and I hope y'all have a great, productive, wonderful day.